YouTube. So today I wanted to just ask you guys for actually advice because I am trying to pick what I want for 2024 plan out lineup. I've been always journaling and planning for as long as I can remember, but bullet journal, this is actually my third year doing it. So for 2024, I was already thinking of doing a bullet journal for my main planner, but there are some pros and cons to using a bullet journal versus already filled out planner. So I just wanted to kind of go over pro and con for each and just talk through my process of choosing what I would like for 2024. So I guess the first big pro of using a bullet journal is that I can make my own spreads as I wish. So for example, on the days that I'm really busy, I just like to have very simple spread, just few washi tapes and few decorations, and very easy to make. And then if I have a lot of tasks that it has to roll over to the next day, I like to do this the rolling week. So I have all the events and tasks here, so I don't have to write same task over and over and over again. And then if I know certain days that I need some note section, I can also pull out a section for notes as well. So what I love about bullet journal is that every week I can set it up as it comes up. So I know this week I need some note section, so I can provide a note section. Or this week I know I have a lot of tasks that needs to roll over to the next day, then I can do this. Or I'm really busy, I don't have time, then I can just make a simple spread, just few decorations, and that's it. But the con of this is that I need to set it up the weekly every single week. Sometimes when I'm really busy, that's really hard. So what I love about pre-planned journals is that although every week it looks the same, every week is already set up for me and I don't have to keep setting it up every single week. If I'm February 6th and then I know that I need something that I need to do on the 21st, I can put it down there without having to put it on the monthly, put it on the future log, something like that. And if I'm really busy on the weekends, because usually that's when I set up my next week, I don't have to do much. I can just put down stickers, washi tapes, decorations. That's all I really have to do. But unfortunately, because they are already set up, the con is that every single week looks the same, and sometimes it does not fit my needs or my creativity. Because sometimes I really love to have horizontal weeks, or sometimes I want to have vertical weekly with the weekend start. Sometimes I don't. So all that different spreads creates my creativity each week. So the first big difference between a bullet journal and a pre-planned planner is that I need to think, do I value creativity or do I value easy to use? And for me, honestly, I have to think that I really love the creativity that it brings me and how easily it is for me to adjust each week according to my needs. I'm not sure if I'm ready to give that up. But just because there are weeklies that are already set up for you, it doesn't really necessarily mean that it prohibits your creativity. Because I know for a lot of people, when there are already things written down, like looking at this blank page, some people for it's scary, it's daunting to think about what I can put down and how to set up each spread. But for me, I'm a person of a habit. I know what works for me. I know what spreads I need. So it's not really that big of a difference for me to look at a blank page. And second big difference between pre-planned versus bullet journal is the dailies page. So this is Hobonichi weeks. I also bought from Sterling Ink to see if I want daily dated or just back page. So I'll check that out later, but the Sterling Ink hasn't arrived yet, so I'll just use Hobonichi to compare. So the dailies have all these day per page, and I can journal, I can jot down what I want every day. The thing is, although I do journal a lot of times, I don't do it every single day, and I don't write this much. Definitely not. Like some of the journaling that I do, it can take up like 2/3 of the page. Sometimes it takes up like 1/4 of the page. Sometimes it takes up the whole page. So I don't necessarily need this much space every single day. But the thing is, the reason why I bought the A5 instead of the A6 is really the A6 is too small, and I don't use weeklies to time track. I'm gonna use it to just write down to-do lists. And I actually need this much space for my to-dos, but I don't need this much space for journaling. So although it is nice that it's dated, I don't have to do extra planning. I don't even know if I'm gonna even plan this much, honestly. And another big difference between I think Hobonichi especially versus my bullet journal is all the trackers I can do. So Hobonichi has monthly, weekly, daily, and some back pages. So it has 4, 1, 2, 3. It has 5 grid pages, and it's not enough for me to write all my trackers because I don't know if I'm gonna do that on the monthly. I don't think I will do it on the monthly. There's not as much space for me to do all my tracking. I track a lot of things. Some of them I know I can use on these pages. That is also another concern, that I have all the tracking. So I first need to figure out a way to do it. And another, I guess it's the fourth big difference between pre-planned versus bullet journal is that sometimes I don't want it to be in the dailies page. So I don't know if it's gonna be pre-planned versus the bullet journal, or it's just the Hobonichi has the dated pages and I just need more of undated, just blank grid pages instead of just 5 of them. Because here, like, I did some swatching for the Hobonichi pen that I bought, and I wrote out a timeline of how my eye exam went. Like, so these things are not necessarily dated stuff. I don't need to know that I swatched on the April 18th. I just want to have this on the back of the page separate from all the journalings that I do. So that's another thing that honestly for me I don't like from either of them, because I like to have all my, so I guess it's kind of like a commonplace thing. So I want to have all my commonplacing in together in one section. But even with a bullet journal, like, because you need to fill the page by page, I have weekly spreads, and then suddenly I have swatchings, and then I have journaling, and then I have weeklies again. So in that sense, I prefer maybe the Hobonichi style, where it has all the monthlies together, it has all the weeklies together, it has all the dailies, and then it has the back pages where I can put down, I guess, 5 items that I want to put down on the back page. Or that's why I also bought the Sterling ink, because I'm not sure if my problem with the Hobonichi is that the dailies are dated. I know Sterling ink has undated, just blank pages on the back after the weeklies, so I can date starting going from left to right. I can have the dated, and then starting back pages I can maybe do commonplacing, so it goes the other way and then they can meet in the middle. So I don't know, that is also another option for me that I can take. And the fifth, I guess this is con for the Bujo. I've been kind of talking only pro for the Bujo and why I prefer Bujo over pre-planned planners. But a big, huge con for me is that each notebook takes up about 6 months of the year. So usually what I do is I have 2 books per year, and that really annoys me. I like to have 1 notebook for 1 year. So I know I have work planners, home planners, and other planners separately, but for my main planner, my memory keeping, my journaling, all that, I want to have it in 1 notebook. So if I look at here, I know everything that happened throughout that year. But for here, I need to look at the first notebook and then see if I can find it. If not, I have to look at the second notebook. So after a couple of years passes, it is kind of annoying to feel like, if I want to know, oh, like, I went to this awesome party, I need to first think, when did I go, so I can find it. And that was kind of a big hassle for me. I know it's not a big problem for a lot of people, but for me, it's just that extra step that I just did not like it. I did not enjoy it at all. So I want to have it all in 1 book. So that is a huge plus for the pre-planned planners. But I don't know, I also just really want to use the Hobonichi because it just looks so cool to have the monthly, the weekly, the dailies all in 1 notebook. Honestly, the biggest difference between a bullet journal and pre-planned is really, do I have the time to draw out all the layouts, to set up a time to plan every single day? I still have a lot of figuring out to do, but please comment down below if you're using bullet journals or if you're using pre-planned planners. And if so, what brand, which ones. Yes, help me decide what I should get. Also another thing, 2 videos ago I made a video about unboxing all my Hobonichi products, and in there I bought 2 wigs because I did not know which design I wanted. So usually what I do in that case is buy both of them. Like when I can't decide whether I should get bullet journal or pre-planned planners, I get both of them. So I have a giveaway for one of the weeks. I already boxed it and packaged it, so I can't take it out, but I'll insert a picture of the weeks that I'm planning on giving away. So go to that video. I will also link that video at the end of the video and in the description. So go to that video. All you have to do is just comment what you would use the weeks for, and then just put a smiley face. So I know that you're writing it down because you want the weeks. Yeah, so please go check that video out. I just really don't want to have extra planners on me, so I will also, because no one commented on that video, I will extend the giveaway. And then also stay tuned, because whether I decide the bullet journal is the way for me or the pre-planned, one of them I will give it away. So stay tuned for that as well. And if you want to be notified when that video comes out, make sure to subscribe. Okay, thank you. Bye.